Please welcome Christian Finnegan!
Thank you, Matthew. First of all, I just want to say thank you for everybody for coming. I think I'm the first person to have done that. I also want to congratulate Team Bear. They've done a really great job considering they all just got booked for this a few hours ago. Oh, just Tim. Okay. No, I wrote that joke before I saw Mehran's awesome PowerPoint. Anyway, moving on. I do want to say it's been a beautiful shark night, and I think we can all agree that this is going to end up being a shark week. It is. By the way, I do want to just I want to give them one point of preference. Intrauterine murder. Is that what it's called? Intrauterine cannibalism. That is. Ariel told me that's how baby Sam survived. He killed his twin in the womb. Yeah, there was a second.
Powerful.
Horrible, tragic. Well, you know, it is fitting that they are Team Bear because I think I can speak for most of us. We could say we could barely bear to listen to them.
Wow.
Yeah, let's just jump right in. I think we can all agree that bears have truly jumped the shark, and that's an old reference, so you can Google that. It's a Fonzie thing. And by the way, 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. 2 weeks ago, the death of 2 weeks ago, last week I believe, the death of Ray Liotta, whose final role was in Cocaine Bear. We miss you, Ray. Was it a coincidence that was his last movie? I don't know. You decide. Now, not every joke tonight has been funny. I'm not going to lie to you, but you know, there's a lot of comedians on stage. But you know, one comedian who was never funny. That's Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear. Never funny, never worked out more than a 10-minute act. And I don't know if you're aware of this, like most failed comedians, he's now an alt-right podcaster. Waka, 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 Fauci has blood on his hands. And you think I'm making this up, but I don't know if you guys are aware. There's a comedian who had a bit of success in the early aughts named Owen Benjamin, who has now become an outright Nazi. I'm not even like more than Nick Fuentes Nazi, and he has his whole shtick. He calls himself Big Bear, and he has opened up a compound in Idaho, a bear-themed compound. For fellow Nazis to gather around. Now, you can say to yourself, why would they defend something like this? It's a good question. I don't know the answer. Point is, we can't trust bears. And we think we can trust bears. We can always think like, oh, bears are authority figures. There's Smokey Bear. Oh, please, only you can prevent forest fires. Only I can prevent forest fires. Really, me. I'm the one who can prevent forest fires. Typical neoliberal shill trying to transfer the responsibility of government to prevent forest fires onto me, the individual consumer. Don't like it, don't trust it. Speaking of the environment, you know what people always talk about? They talk about the melting ice caps, as if I'm supposed to do something about that. I don't live near the ice caps. You know who does? Bears. That's who lives near the ice caps, and yet they do nothing. Maybe if you didn't spend half the year sleeping, maybe we would do something about climate change. But no, bears can't be fucking bothered. Then, of course, we have Yogi Bear, career criminal. Just how many pic-a-nic baskets do we need to have stolen before we make a stand against this horrible criminal beast? And that's not even to talk about what he did with his little buddy, okay? Can all drink that in. Now, listen, I'm not implying anything about Yogi Bear. I'm saying it. Yogi Bear was a cub molester, and again, thank you for the applause. And if you just look over pop culture history, bears, sharks have given us so much. Matthew asked earlier, have there ever been any good cartoon sharks? Jabberjaw, does anybody remember Jabberjaw? Hello? Jabberjaw. There's also Jack Black's character in A Shark Tale, a hero, if I'm not mistaken. And then not to just all the great cinema in general. They might have been the heroes of these movies, but of course you've got your Deep Blue Sea, which not just a great movie, but also inspired the great LL Cool J song, Deeper, Bluer, My Hat is Like a Shark's Fin. We all remember that one. Now, of course, we have the Meg, and also the Meg 2, The Trench, classic film. Of course, Sharknado. Who can forget Sharknado? Oh, you're going to tell me that a gay man did not see a Tara Reid movie? I don't believe you. I don't buy it. And then, of course, Sharktopus. There's Sharktopus. And I'm sorry, I realize there's children here. Look away, children. There are breasts on the screen. They are cartoon breasts, but it is a classic. And of course, we can't really talk about sharks at length without talking about the granddaddy of all, one of the best films of all time. I think we all know what I'm talking about. This is the first blockbuster. People call this the first blockbuster, and it really changed cinema in the mid to late 20th century. And of course, I'm talking about Sharky's Machine. This is the Burt Reynolds vehicle. We were not able to load those videos, right? No, it's too bad. You can Google it on your own. It's a classic work of cinema, not just starring, but directed by Burt Reynolds, so you know it's good. Henry Silva, it's a classic. And listen, the point is, I feel like, I don't need to go on a length. I think I think the Team Shark we've made our case already. I think Team Bear is hiding behind sort of virtue signaling. Don't let Mehran guilt you into voting Bears, okay? Listen, you're on the Upper West Side. We know you're liberal, okay? You don't need to prove anything to anyone, okay? In fact, I think you should show that you're not a liberal lemming, by voting against Bears. Homophobia be damned, I say. I think I've made my case, and this will be the first time that I've won since doing this. Thank you. Good night.